That's just my thing. Bags are my thing. If you haven't figured it out by now, bags are my thing. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber Marion. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, then welcome back. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I have another luxury purse unboxing. And I also have a little bit of a review. As you can tell by the title, it is a Telfar bag. And Telfar is one of the hardest bags to get right now. They sell out within minutes on their restocks. They're super exclusive. They're Black owned from New York. I had to get my hands on one, and I'm going to give you all the tea on how I got the bag, my experience with the company, and of course, we're going to review the bag. So if you are interested in hearing all about Telfar, keep watching. Before we get into today's unboxing, I need a huge favor. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, as well as turning your post notifications on, so every time I do an unboxing, a collection, a haul, whatever it is, you can come see it. You'll get a little notification. You'll know it's posted. You could click, come, leave a thumbs up, a little comment. While you're at it, you might as well go ahead and add me on Instagram. One of my New Year's resolutions was to be a little bit more active in posting on Instagram, but I'm definitely super active in my Instagram stories, and I love to talk to people and poll people and ask questions in my stories, so make sure you're following me on Instagram as well. Let's get right into this unboxing. Let's just get right into it. So first things first, this is how the bag came. It's in a plastic, I guess, like stock or inventory bag, and then it is inside of a duster. And then we have the bag. So this is my first vegan leather bag. I don't know too much about vegan leather, and my biggest concern on, like, as far as my first impression as soon as I open the bag, is whether or not vegan leather eventually softens the way real leather would, because the longer straps are definitely a little stiff, and you can see the bag is not really, it kind of just folds right back up. So I don't know if that's something over time, that just like how real leather softens, I don't know if vegan leather will soften, but that's definitely probably one of my biggest concerns, because I feel like if the straps are gonna stay stiff, it's just really not gonna be the bag for me. But I said this is the small shopper tote in the color tan, and this retails for $150 from Telfar. It has a very simple snap closure up top. The thing that did draw me initially to Telfar bags in general were the double strap thing. I just think that's so cool, because normally you would get like a one long strap, you wouldn't get two. The thing that I don't like about the long straps is that they're not adjustable or detachable. I just think detachable would have made it really cute in case you just wanted to do it as a little tote, but I mean, it's still a super cute bag. I don't know what Marley's doing off camera, so I was just looking at her. But the detailing on the front is it does stick out. It's like 3D, which is super cool as well. I will say, even though the bag looks small, it does hold my phone. That's always the thing I look for. Does it hold my phone? Because if it holds my phone, it can hold my mini wallet, it can hold my card case, but does it hold my phone? So it does hold my phone, and there's a little bit of room in there. For a size comparison, it's about ½ an inch, quarter of an inch bigger than my phone. So it's definitely small. I would highly recommend, just based on how the bag is structured, I would highly recommend the medium or the large size totes for like a school bag, a work bag, a gym bag, if you just want kind of like a trendy option. And being that they are vegan leather, they are a lot more affordable than, let's say, a all leather brand. So I definitely think the bigger sizes would be great to carry books or just every day if you just need an extra bag. And like I said, with the double straps, if you are using it as a school bag or a gym bag and it gets a little heavy, you can take a little bit of the weight off with the longer straps. It can also be worn crossbody, on the shoulder, as a tote. Like I said, I would have really loved the straps to be detachable so that as a tote they wouldn't hang, but maybe if they soften, it'll be like a different vibe. I was underwhelmed when I initially opened it. I don't know necessarily what I thought was gonna happen when I opened it, but usually every bag that I own has some wow factors to me. Like, it might not be the same wow factor for the next person, but it's the wow factor for me that made me want that bag. So I kind of feel like the double straps were the thing that drew my eye to the bag, but not knowing whether or not they're going to soften is kind of like, if you have a vegan leather bag or if you have used vegan leather bags, please leave me a comment below and let me know whether or not it softens. Does it eventually get like regular leather and just kind of, you know, not be so stiff? So I did want to do some close-ups of the bag so you could really get some details, really get into the smaller details rather. So this is the hang tag from the company. This is the front of the bag. That is that like textured 3D thing I was talking about. This is the back of the bag, plain. The inside of the bag is very regular, but also spacious. There's no dividers. There's no zipper on the inside. There is no serial number to these bags. There is just not a lot on the inside besides their two company tags. But like I showed you before, my phone does fit in here. It's about a ½ an inch or a quarter of an inch bigger than my phone. So it does have a lot of room. You can really get a lot of use out of it. And then you have the tote straps as well as the longer straps to make it either a crossbody bag or just a shoulder bag. So that's the up close details of the bag. As I mentioned, this is the small shopper tote in the color tan. And it really is a beautiful brown to me because it's not super dark. It's not really nudie. It's kind of just a really nice, I would call it like a cognac brown, but it's not my bag, so I don't get to name its color. But yeah, so this is the close-ups of the bag. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, it did come in a linen logo duster. The actual strings on the duster are super thick and are made out of like, I want to say rope. It's like super thick, so that's pretty cool. And the duster itself is a lot stiffer of a material than a normal duster, so I feel like it'll definitely protect the bag a little bit better. This is some really good quality vegan leather, I'm assuming. I've never felt vegan leather before, but it has a very leather-like feel. It's not like pleather or fake leather. It definitely has a more leather feel to it. So Telfar happens to be a Black-owned business from New York City. They've been in business since 2005. If you watched my wish list video for this year, I mentioned that I wanted a Telfar bag. The thing about Telfar Their bags sell out in minutes. They're always doing restocks, sells out in minutes. So in January, they did a tan shopper restock. So what they do is they restock by the color, and they have 3 sizes in the tote. So when the January restock, I think it was like the very last week of January, when that restock came around, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna set my alarm, I'm gonna get my computer, my iPad, my phone, and we are gonna get one of these bags during this restock. So the restock started, I think, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and by 9:06 I had successfully purchased a small tan shopper tote. So about a week went by and I didn't receive an email saying my order had shipped. I only had really received the email saying that my order was placed. So probably about 8 or 9 days after I placed the order, I got an email from Telfar saying that my order had to be canceled due to inventory. So I guess maybe like my order was one of the last orders. I really don't know. And I was like, well, I guess it just wasn't meant to be. And that was just that. But I will say that it did take me about 3 weeks to get my refund from Telfar. Their customer service via email was not that great, but I also do understand they're going through these restocks. They're dealing with a lot of customers. So that happened. I told my husband, like, yeah, they canceled my order. I was super excited. I wanted to do an unboxing. I wanted to see it, and that was it. I just let it go. So on Valentine's Day, my husband actually gave me a Telfar bag. So he was able to buy this bag. Now, he didn't know that this was the same color and size. He might have guessed the size, but he didn't know this was the same color that I had actually just purchased in the restock when they canceled my order. So my husband purchased this off of StockX. And the small shopper tote actually retails for $150 and he paid $200 on StockX. So it wasn't a crazy markup that it was it was brand new. It was, the handles were wrapped, it was brand new. So he was actually able to get it on StockX. And the craziest part of it all is that the StockX bag arrived before I got my refund. That's just a little bit of my experience with them. I wish I had tips on how to secure a bag during the restock. What I thought worked for me was being on my computer, my phone, and my iPad, and I actually was able to place the order on the computer. I was on the website probably 3 minutes before the restock, and I was able to put it in my cart, but I wasn't able to check out until 9 a.m. So I don't really have the tips and tricks on what can score you one on their restock. I do know if you sign up for their email alerts, you will get an email every time they have a restock. And lately, this year, it seems like they're doing a restock of a color every single week in all 3 sizes of the color. So there's definitely a few ways to get your hands on one of these bags, whether you go directly through the company or you go through a trusted third-party seller. I wouldn't have bought the bag from a third-party seller just because I felt like, not even that it wasn't meant to be, I just felt like, you know what, I will just go through life without it. It wasn't something that if I didn't get it, I was going to be sad forever. It was on my wish list, so that's another bag down from my wish list. If you haven't watched my luxury handbag wish list for the year, please make sure to check it out. I'm going to leave it somewhere on the screen. Please make sure to check that out as well because I'm already 2 bags down on my wish list. I would definitely recommend, if you can get one, get your hands on one. I don't necessarily know what about the bag itself makes it such a hot bag and such a hype item, but I do know that the struggle to get one and buy one is what made it so enticing for me. My husband was like, when I saw that your order got canceled, I was like, no. I'm getting her a Telfar bag. So I would definitely recommend. It's not even so much about the bag being affordable, but it's great that it is affordable. But this is definitely one of the hottest bags to get your hands on. I know that there's a ton of videos here on YouTube on how to get a Telfar, how people got their Telfar, how to get it during a restock. And I definitely will say I was up online. I purchased within the first 10 minutes. My order still got canceled. It's definitely a super cute bag, and being that it is so hard to get right now and it is so in and so trendy, I mean, my suggestion would be, if you're a bag collector, to definitely get one. But it worked out perfectly that my husband was able to get it on StockX, because I was able to get my hands on it. And then, I mean, it really, like I said, it really is stylish. It's super trendy right now. I think that's really all I can say about the bag. I think what's gonna be the make it or break it thing for me with this bag is whether or not the bag softens. I don't know if you guys have noticed throughout the entire video, I've been trying to kind of soften up the leather a little bit, and it's not necessarily working that great. But I was super surprised because my husband got me this and a Louis Vuitton bracelet for Valentine's Day. I knew about the bracelet, but this was a super surprise gift. He's really not great at keeping gifts a surprise for me. I think he just sometimes knows I wanted it so bad that he's just so excited to tell me about it. So this was like a really cool surprise on Valentine's Day, because I absolutely was not expecting it. And yeah, that about wraps up as much as I can say about my experience. So yeah, my experience with the company themselves was a little bit rocky, but my husband was able to get the bag without any problems and super fast, shipped super fast through StockX. So that worked out. It did come before Valentine's Day, and he ordered it, I believe, like only a week or so before. I'm not too sure on that, but yeah, I think that's really all I can say about it. A little background on Telfar. They do more than just bags. They have do-rags, belts, hats, clothing, and they actually have a collaboration coming out, I believe, next month. Well, next week is the beginning of March. Can y'all believe that? But I do believe they have a collaboration. Well, not I do believe. I know they have a collaboration. I believe it's coming out next month with UGG. So definitely be on the lookout for Telfar and UGG. And I also believe they have a Converse collaboration. I'm not 100% sure about Converse, but I do know they have an UGG collection out of bags. Well, coming out of bags, you can, I believe, pre-order. I'm not sure if the pre-order ended, but Telfar is definitely making moves and really became one of the hottest bags. I don't want to say overnight, but literally was one of the hardest bags to get your hands on last year, and I feel like it might be the same this year. So thank you so much for watching my Telfar unboxing and review. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you're leaving it a thumbs up. And if you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you would enjoy my future uploads. So make sure that you're subscribed to my channel if you're not already, as well as turn on that post notifications. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.